Rosie Morris.
Who?
Rosie Morris. Rosie Morris, you know, you charge not allowed to see her or be around, Ralph.
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with that person.
You paid a Mexican gigolo to fuck your wife in the ass, and you told everyone this. Why?
What?
Why'd you pay a Mexican gigolo to fuck your wife in the ass?
What did I do? What?
Why did you pay a Mexican gigolo to fuck your wife in the ass? Why'd you tell everyone this?
Why did I do what, Cog? That seems like a bizarre fantasy that you have.
You go and cope over reality that you told the world.
No, I'm asking you, why are you so obsessed with that sort of thing? Isn't that bizarre?
You've had in your $400 shack in Mexico.
Isn't that bizarre? Dude, my house looks much nicer than yours.
You have to take totally. You don't own your house. Shut up. So, like I say, whoever that
you don't own your house. The fat Bombay buffet buster owns your house. You lying fuck. No, you don't. No, you. Okay, show it. Okay, show us the. Show us.
It's my house.
The title. Show us the lease.
That you rent in Mexico for $400.
No, Cog.
You live on what?
We know your name.
You have to buy large bottles of water because you need to fill
Cog, we know your name. Just show the document that shows you own your house.
You have to take your Coke bottles back to the fucking store. You can't afford bottles of Coke.
Show.
You're so broke.
That's so stupid. Cog, show the document where you own the house, Cog. Can you show the document? Can you show the document?
Bitcoin to yourself.
Can you show the document?
And you said
can you show?
You know they're all lies.
Nobody even knows what you're talking about, Cog.
It's Show Street, guys. Gotta hit it, guys.
Yeah, well, it's 156.
Let's hope you yelling at me will help you pass
No, I'm asking you to show the document that you own your house.
5 hours.
Just prove you own the house. Just show the document that you own the house. And no, I don't save Coke bottles to get free Cokes. You turn in the Coke bottle when you buy a Coke. It's Mexico, you retard.
Why don't you show the documents of being a convicted sex offender?
I'm not
Why don't you show any
a sex
of the emails of you talking to fucking Matthew Vickers about how you want to give up your son and literally put him up for adoption? Your son who you want to put for adoption.
I don't know who Matthew Vickers is. I don't know who Matthew Vickers is.
Look what I'm doing for you.
How did that defamation lawsuit go? Hey, Cog.
I'm making you money
How did that defamation lawsuit go? How did that defamation lawsuit go, Cog? How did that defamation lawsuit go?
What do you mean your defamation law? You're a convicted sex offender.
I didn't have one. Matthew Vickers filed one against me. How did that go?
Why are you living in Mexico?
How did that go?
How'd that go?
How did that go? How did his marriage go? How did his marriage go?
My marriage is going great. How'd your marriage go?
How did Matthew Vickers' marriage go?
How did a father turn out
for you? How did his marriage go?
Hey, look, I'm glad you've done this. You made my show for tomorrow.
How did his marriage go? He filed a domestic violence restraining order against his own wife. He filed a domestic restraining order. He sent it against his own wife. Okay.
Rosie Morris. Never forget Rosie Morris.
Should I call up his wife?
How many?
Should I get her side of the story?
How many restraining orders?
Oh wait, no. Is it now? Is it whataboutism now? Is it whataboutism? What happened in the Vickers household?
Rosie Morris.
Since you're their biggest champion, I'm not even trying to attack Vickers. But his marriage didn't exactly take off, is what I'm saying.
Rosie calls another man daddy now.
Who are you even talking about?
Calls another man daddy now, Ralph.
Oh, God. You can't even have any kids, Cog.
It must be depressing me in a deadbeat dad.
No, it's not. It's lovely. It's the best thing ever.
Is it lovely?
I'm going to see Xander in like 10 days.
Like a couple of, for like 4 hours. Oh, wow. You're such a great dad.
Actually, 8 hours, but that's okay.
Did you, a whole 8 hours. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's great.
You stream longer than 8 hours every day. You sad fucking. You see your
Is that great? But you know what you would say? You know what you would say if I didn't show up for that at all? You would say, Ralph's a super deadbeat. Ralph's a super deadbeat. He doesn't show up to see his family. No, you don't have a family. You stole Cogs. You stole Dan's child, you fucking freak fucker. Yeah, you better hang up, you fucking pedophile fuck. You better fuck fag. I like the second version better, in case you couldn't tell.
Hello everybody, guess who's back? That's right, it's me, Puff, the man himself, the man of the hour, back at it again with another video, and It's a video that I don't think many of you expected me to be making so soon, but it's one that I felt was just necessary, but mostly because I thought it would be very funny if I made a third one. So maybe about last week, I uploaded 2 videos about a fella named Sheldon, and he's a real interesting character, you know, real lolcow material, very underground, you know, there's not much information about him, not much you can really go out for research, that sort of thing. And I took a look at him, very surface level look, very, very surface level look. I would not say that I did a very in-depth analysis. I kind of just played some of his videos and, you know, said like, oh, this guy's a little weird, but that's about it. You know, I didn't really say anything like too crazy. You know, I wasn't like making any crazy accusations or anything like that, because that's not what I do. I mostly just, you know, looked at him, you know, we did some back and forth, we had some banter, you know how it is on here, and I thought that was about it. I was gonna leave it there, you know, just let him stew for a while. You know, it's been a week. It's been a week. You can get up to a lot in a week. So I'm sure Mr. Sheldon has been very busy. You know, he's probably made a lot of content. He's made a lot of strides, and I just want to take a look at that. So, like, here, I've got some right here. Let's take a look and see what he's been up to.
Wait. Me no cookie monster. Me pussy monster. Me no sing about no cookie. Me sing about pussy. P is for pussy. That boy enough for me.
I'll debate all these people instead of you. I have time. Unfortunately, like I said, it's getting late, so I just want to make one last point before we go, which is that always remember, Hassan, that when people criticize me, I watch it on my stream by myself live, unlike a made coward like yourself, who needs someone to hold your hand, make all the excuses in the world to avoid any single criticism, any response. You, my friend, are a coward, and I am legend. It responded to it live with zero hesitation. But you know why? Because I'm not a liar. I don't have to think about the shit that I say and justify it. You lie. That's why you can't do it, because you'll get caught in those lies.
I endeavor made you look good. Then congratulations. Okay.
You don't think it was good that you don't think that it was a supreme confidence that I responded to it immediately?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Playboy here to bring you another Internet Rivalries 3. To bring you more internet rivalries that are happening right now, and some that are new. And I'm here to show you some of the new internet rivalries, or some old ones too, that have been happening. Today our first internet rivalry is one going up against Cog's World and Ethan Ralph.
Well, I'm talking to a convicted sex offender, and you're trying to put me in the same
actually.
position.
But Cog, if you want to have a decent conversation, we can have that. Or if you want to turn it into, do you want to have a decent conversation? Yes or no?
You couldn't contest the charge.
I'm asking you, do you want to have a decent conversation?
You did revenge pornography. You couldn't contest the charge,
I put no contest to revenge pornography. Yes.
Which is why you're a convicted sex offender.
That's not a sex offense, and it's definitely not a registered sex offense. Can you show me where I'm on the registered sex offense roll?
I never said you're on a register. I said you're a convicted sex offender.
I'm not, and everything that's ever been on film or picture has been
convicted sex offender.
You know,
why can't you just be
your brother's you gonna let me talk or no?
I don't care about what people say about me, Ralph. I'm going over an actual document that says you're a convicted sex
offender. I just answered you, so why can't you answer me?
This isn't saying this, Ralph. It's a literal fucking document signed by law that you're a convicted sex offender, not registered. A convicted sex offender. You were found guilty.
Who gives a fuck?
Because you couldn't contest it. You couldn't contest it in court.
No, I could have
That's why you
contested
played no contender.
I said,
that's what it means. It means no contest.
A year suspended sentence means nothing, and who cares? And I'll sign this and get away with it.
I know. So you're a convicted sex offender.
No.
Yeah, fucking hell. The COVID's unreal with you, man.
I mean, revenge pornography and sex offense
I can
two
show
different
literal paperwork that says you're a convicted sex offender. I can.
You wanted to talk to me. Can we talk like one at a time?
I don't care about talking. You have me blocked. Hello, I'll say this again.
What is your whole thing with wanting to talk to somebody on Discord or have a conversation with somebody?
I laugh at you on the internet, Ralph.
Okay, well, I laugh at you.
I know, but you're a convicted sex offender.
I know, but you know when this all changed is when I had your brother on.
You said this when Jaworski came on. You had to fight with him because I don't lie about you.
So, are we doing the Christmas truce right now? Well, I mean, is that what's happening?
respect, yeah.
Since you're on my show, I'll go ahead and turn it off, just out of respect. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, there's things to make fun of me and Ashton, and things to make fun of you, right? What the fuck do you make fun of Cog? He is literally like nothing. And well, he's mad at us because what did Ashton and I do?
What did you do?
Something we did something on their show. I can't remember exactly what, but he was like, "Oh, that's too far." I forgot who we made fun of or what we said. It was something like whatever, like some.
I know what it was. No, I know what it was. You know what? I know what it was. You're acting like you don't know what it was, and I know exactly what it was. You acted like you had a sex tape of my wife. Is what you did.
No, dude.
No, wait. That was the latest fight that happened.
Listen.
No, wait. Be honest. No. Are we gonna? No, wait. Hey, are we gonna talk honest? Let's just talk honest.
Yeah, no, we're talking honest.
Okay. All right. Now you can tell me if I'm lying. But I know there were images put out by people associated with your show that purported to show a sex tape of my newly wed wife, which were obviously fake, but they weren't portrayed as fake at the time. And you and Ashton went on your show and said you would review that tape off air for $1,000.
It's a joke, bro.
Okay, but you know that's fucked up, man. Is it a joke? Is it a joke or is it a grin? All right, go ahead, respond.
It was a joke. You guys took it way too seriously, and
What do you mean? I took it seriously. Wait. You tried to raise $1,000 off the fake sex tape. No, wait. You knew the tape wasn't real, but you tried to raise $1,000.
Oh, come on!
I mean,
Just joking.
I don't give a fuck about Cog. I'm just saying, like, that is.
Listen, that's my statement, and it was a joke.
You know it was shady. If I had done that way, you've been spending months defending victors and doing all this bullshit, and then you had a fake sex tape. You had a fake sex. You had a fake sex tape gimmick.
You released my pep.
You thought it was cool. Obviously, you don't care about revenge porn.
You released.
No, I didn't.
Released my passport on.
No, you released revenge porn of your ex-girlfriend in Houston.
Listen, but we're not. You know the problem. We can disagree on these
Did you
things.
do that? What happened in Houston?
Can we move on?
Can we? I'm asking. I mean, do you really want to talk about things?
Okay, Ralph. Are you gonna be a big fucking fag because you've been on your coke binge for the last week? Like,
Where's the coke?
You're talking about Cog, and then you fucking start crying and whining.
No, you started attacking me, Andy. Why are you being histrionic? Why are you being histrionic? You have released revenge porn. You released revenge porn on Twitter.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you released revenge porn on Twitter.
Yeah,
There's proof of it. You released revenge porn on Twitter. And you know it's true. Just admit to it. You released revenge porn.
I talked to the fucking cops about that.
Oh, did you? What'd they say to it? What'd they say?
You fucking
What'd they say?
loser.
What'd they say?
Try more. Oh,
What'd they say?
CBS.
What'd they say to you?
You fat fuck.
You sound really histrionic right now. You don't want to talk about what really happened.
I told you I was hacked, you fucking faggot.
But nobody believes that. You weren't hacked. You weren't hacked. But except you weren't hacked. Except you weren't hacked. Except you're a revenge porn artist yourself. Except you weren't hacked. Except you weren't hacked. Oh yeah, you were hacked. Yeah. You were hacked.
$5,000.
Oh, look.
Wow, it's a sub character.
I will pay you $10,000 out of my bank account. If you prove you made more than $10,000 off that fight, I will pay you $10,000 live on air tonight.
Show it on air.
If you prove you made more than $10,000 in that fight, I will match you $10,000.
Really? Okay, PPP coming.
No, man. Not that fuck that you gave your asshole money to. No. Don't get you gave the money. Not the money you gave away. What are you talking about, nigga?
It was 20 grand. It was 20 grand.
It was 20 grand. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Well, but it didn't look worth it. You kind of got rocked.
He's actually beatable though. He's someone who's beatable though. No, it's all not some guy with his.
So,
It's beatable to you. No one is beatable to you, Andy.
so he played you. He played you like a bitch.
Cry more, you fucking.
What, are you gonna quit? Just sit here and talk to us, man. Let's do it like old blood sports, man. Let's do it like old blood sports. Don't leave, man. Don't leave, man. Let's just talk. We don't have to.
No, look, you obviously dogpiled me.
No, I didn't. Bimble jumped in on his own. Hey,
I'm not surprised.
no, I want to talk. No, I seriously want to talk. Don't leave. I mean, everybody loves this content. There's 1,200 people watching live right now. I mean, let's watch.
No, look, dude.
I mean, why would you run away? Why would you run away right now?
No, I'm not running. It's like we're not talking about what we.
Okay, what do you want to talk about? I'll let you propose the next subject. Let's have a roundtable.
Yeah, bye. Let the big boys talk.
Let's just have no wait. Let's go serious. Why are you running away? Let's literally just talk.
Dude, I'm not running. You said
Okay, well, it seems like you're running.
some lies and shit. And you
Okay, well, you kind of took some shots. Hey, of course, you took some shots. You know, so, we can bring it back. Wait, you gotta take shots.
What did I say tonight?
Did
What
you-
did I say? Well, I didn't say anything, dude. I was trying to tell you a story about Cog, and then you're like, oh, you saying up this. You made up a fucking lie. That's bullshit.
What lie was it that I made up? Now, wait, hold
I
on.
wasn't taking any shots at you,
Wait,
though.
Worski,
I
calm
wasn't.
down.
Was I?
Worski.
Our next internet rivalry was one that happened probably a few months back ago. However, this one was kind of new, and I was also involved in this one where I reacted to Little Puff versus Mr. Weasel, or also known as Sheldon Donner. However, Sheldon Donner would respond and make a video calling out Little Puff.
I mostly don't understand the world, and I'm gonna be honest. But what is with these people like bullying people for no reason? I don't bully people for no reason. I mean, for right now, I'm not doing anything wrong. The douchebag that you are, why don't you just play video games and chill the fuck out? I've gotten laid before.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Puff, and we're back with another episode of Puff's Rants. Last episode, we had some goofs, we had some gaffes, we talked about some interesting characters on the internet, notably the people in the Sobelverse that I've been taking a little look at. You know, we had Sobel himself, we had people like Catch-A-Will, Sheldon Donner, that sort of thing. You know, just your typical little pile of lolcow meat, that sort of thing. And in the time since that video, it's become somewhat a decent success in my eyes. Almost about 600 views on the video. I would say that's a very good performance for me, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. You left your comments, you left your likes, you subbed. We're almost to 400 subs, by the way, you know, about 40 subs of the way there, but it's been good progress so far. I'm really happy that you guys liked the video and want to see more like it. I actually do have a little bit for you in this episode in regards to following up on that video, notably in the way of our favorite little lolcow, our favorite little character to take a look at, you know, the guy I've probably been milking for views for about the past month now, your boy Sheldon. Now Sheldon's been up to not much since I dropped the video last month or so about him and Dan and all that. It's been pretty quiet, no serious, you know, transgressions apart of that, you know, but I mean, there have been a few little instances, he's crashed out on me a few times. I'm not fucking kidding. He's come into my comments on my community posts and tried to start some shit, just whining to me about me, like, saying some shit about his videos, even though it really is, like, it's not that deep. Like, you don't really have to take my words to heart. I'm just doing this for the entertainment. I mean, you're giving me a reaction, so I don't know. But yeah, he's been up to quite a bit in the realm of YouTube. Most notably, he apparently got a community guidelines strike, apparently, according to him, in a video that he made about last week now. He basically went MIA for, like, a whole week out of nowhere, which I thought was like what's going on? Like, is he okay? And he comes back after a while and is basically like, yeah, I got a community guideline strike, didn't elaborate why, and just kind of went to business as usual. But notably, he did say he wasn't going to be bullying anyone or doing any more call-outs, and said he was going to do mukbangs and regular old content like before, that sort of thing, which I don't know exactly what that means, but judging from his last few videos, it's kind of back to business as usual, just minus, calling people out. And, that was fine. I wasn't caring. I wasn't watching his stuff. I wasn't keeping an eye on him, the way this works is, like, unless you're really doing something either that's interesting to me, or, I don't know, you come at me with something, I'm not going to make a response to it. But, if you can tell by looking at this video, something happened, alright? Something definitely fucking happened. But basically, during his little hiatus, while he had his community guidelines strike, everything was quiet. I thought he was just laying low, taking a break from the internet, which, good on him. That would probably be very good for his mental health. But I'm sitting in class, and while I'm doing that, I get a notification on a community post. Now, I post on my community posts a lot, when I upload, when I have random shit to say, yada yada, that sort of thing. Just, I just post on there to be silly, not really anything, like, too intense. And I noticed I got a comment on that post, and it basically said, "Where's the 4th video, Mrs. Puff?" And who sent this fucking comment? Well, it was none other than Mr. Donner himself. Now, I don't really know what he means by a 4th video, because technically a 3rd video doesn't even exist, because if he's talking about the Dan Sobel video, that technically wasn't even about him. I talked about him a lot, but he was not my main focus, that was all Dan's video, that was all the little other characters I talked about, the habits, that sort of thing. It wasn't really focused on a specific individual per se. But yeah, I responded to this basically saying, I don't know, because I wasn't making a 4th video, I hadn't planned a 4th video at the time, there wasn't even technically a 3rd one, and, it was just something chill like that, it was just a regular response. And then he wants to come at me with the, yes you are, don't play dumb, that sort of thing, he thinks I'm making a 4th video about him, he's got it in his head, and so I'm just like, I'm not making a 4th video, there's nothing to talk about. And the comment he sent me after that is gone for some reason. When I screenshotted it, I couldn't find it. I think he might have deleted it or something, but it wasn't there. But you're gonna have to take my word for this. But he responded by saying, "You sound like you've been groomed. You sound like you've been groomed." How the fuck am I supposed to respond to that? He then follows up with a fucking double whammy, saying, "Oh, you're blind because of that? Sorry, bud, that's part of life." Then also follows it up by saying that I can tell your parents also didn't get you your favorite toy when you were younger. What the fuck kind of insults are these? First of all, the first one, crazy as shit. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to say that to someone. Oh, man, I don't like this guy's opinion. You sound like you were touched as a child. Sorry, bud, that's part of life. You're gonna get touched a lot in your life. That's fucking just, I need a minute. Now that I think about it, it's just like, what, like, how the fuck do you think about that as a human being? It was at this point in the conversation that I pretty much decided, alright buddy, if that's how we're gonna do things, I guess I'll do things your way myself. And we had into this whole back and forth in the comment threads. It spanned like 30 responses. It was a mess. It was a whole fucking just hodgepodge of shit being thrown at each other. I mean, I wasn't throwing that much shit. I think the most I got was that I called him out for not being sober, which he fucking isn't, because all he does, he's done done this maybe like twice in the time that I've spent researching him since I first discovered him. All right, he'll say, "Oh, I'm not gonna drink for like this whole week." You know what happens the next day? He's drinking a fucking beer. And then recently he's like, "I'm not gonna drink till summer." What is he doing? Drinking in a fucking live stream. And also, side tangent when it comes to your fucking live streams, Sheldon, because I know you're gonna watch this video, so I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Your stream quality is like dog shit, bro. Okay, I have seen these streams, you know, I've watched some of your streams, I've watched your VODs. I'm just saying, buddy, you need to go into your OBS settings and fuck with your like bit rate, because I swear to God, every stream I've seen is more crispy than a fucking bag of Lay's. Like 90% of the time I can't even tell what fucking game you're playing. Like, yeah, I can read it in the title, you know, you're playing like Injustice, or you're playing like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which, I mean, if that's true, God bless your soul. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to play that piece of shit. But yeah, it's literally just like, I can't see what's going on because the fucking bit rate is just garbage. Like, it says, oh, you're watching this in 1080p. I might as well be watching it in fucking 144 because your bit rate is ass, my guy. It's ass. Please, like, just go in there and like set it to 5,000 or something, or 6,000. Please, I'm begging. All right, make your things watchable at least. Hey, speaking of which, I stream on Twitch. The link is gonna be in the description of this video. Go drop a follow and maybe a sub, and you'll catch a stream. Also, join the Discord server. It's just like, I don't know. It hurts my fucking head trying to like get around this guy, and it's like, I don't want to have to do this, but it's like, one, it's kind of funny, and second of all, like, I mean, after you hit me with that, like, you know, you kind of just lost a little bit of respect. I mean, like, you don't just fucking tell someone that you think they were molested as a child just because you didn't like that they made a video about you, buddy. That's not how we do things in moral school. So yeah, Sheldon, as they say in your community, for that response, you are grounded for like 10,649 years, times the power of 420 multiplied by 69. I don't fucking know. That dumb shit. I don't fucking know. This is such a stupid response. But guys, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the physical media community that he's a part of. It's actually the vinyl record community, which is different somehow, I guess. But yeah, our debacle went on for a little bit on, you know, that sort of thing, yada yada. It was just a lot of just back and forth, a lot of garbage, you know, a lot of self-deprecation from him. You know, he was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep drinking, yada yada. You know, I'm never gonna change as a human being, you know, because Dan Sobel didn't change after therapy. First of all, buddy, I don't know why the fuck you're judging your change off of someone else. That's a little fucking cringe, you know. If you're comparing yourself to another person because he didn't change when he went to therapy compared to you, who has the capacity for change, that's stupid. You just haven't tried. I keep telling you this, just try and be a good person. I literally told you, first of all, to just stop going after like Dan Sobel and all them. If they're not the part of the same community, then don't interact with that community. That was what I left him with. And then he got into like another fight with like some fan who got into like the whole thing and was trying to get in, and then eventually just ended up deleting the whole fucking community post that I like made the thread on, because it was just like, I didn't want to hear that shit, because I kept getting notified about it, and I don't know, I just didn't care anymore. But yeah, ever since he's come back, you know, he's said that he's going to change his content. You know, he's not going to be bullying anyone anymore. He's done some mukbangs. He's done a little commentary here and there talking about himself, like being sober and apparently hallucinating a giant spider when he woke up. And then he also drops a video talking about people who bully innocent people, which, I mean, after I saw the video, I feel like was somewhat just a little bit directed at like people like me, because there have been several videos about this guy that have cropped up ever since I made my videos. You know, not very like detailed ones, not very like amazing ones, nothing changing ground, nothing saying anything new, but you know, there's been people saying their piece on this sort of thing, and you know, it's interesting that that's going on. And then he also got into this like weird parody of A Life in a Tent, which, if you don't know who that is, it's Futuristic Hub. And if you don't know who Futuristic Hub is, he's the guy who makes all the really weird Minecraft animations you probably saw when you were like 12, that sort of thing, you know, just out of nowhere. Kind of a weird thing to parody. I don't know why you'd want to. I don't know what spurred that on, but I mean, you do you, buddy, I suppose. But I will say I saved the best for last, because I think before his little break from the community guidelines strike, he actually did do a little bit of sinning, a little bit of a naughty boy behavior. And what is it exactly he did? He straight up stole someone's video. I'm not kidding. It's still on his channel as you're probably watching this and hearing me say this, but he has just straight up stolen someone else's video and put it on his channel. The video is called Peterware, WarioWare plus Family Guy. It's basically a really well edited video, taking a bunch of Family Guy clips and making it into a WarioWare video, which is basically like turning a bunch of like side gags into like little mini games, that sort of thing. It's a really, really well done video from one editor to another. I salute you. Good shit, man. I loved it. Very good video. Such a shame that Sheldon had to come and completely steal it. I'm not fucking kidding. He reposted the entire video onto his channel, not edited, nothing at all, no changes, and just called it WarioWare Family Guy Edition. And it's still on his channel as I'm filming this. I don't think he's ever deleted it. There is like a comment chain on there complaining like, hey, you stole this, you should delete it. And he's pretty much just saying, whatever, I don't care, I don't have time to deal with your shit. It just makes you think. Closest you get to credit in this video is the fact that the original creator's watermark is just right there in the bottom, which I guess you thought was passable, but dude, you just straight up stole this video and just put it on your channel for free views. Like, you got like 300 views off of it, and people in the comments are actually thinking that you made this. You know, they're saying things like, man, this is underrated, this is gold, someone get this in the algorithm. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of icky, you know, not really something that I think is looked highly upon on YouTube, that sort of thing. It's just, yeah, no, it's just, that's not good, man. But yeah, aside from all of that, that's about all he's been getting up to lately. You know, it's just a lot of just weird shit, you know, his usual antics, stealing content, saying that he's not going to take down said content, getting a community guideline strike, which I still don't know the reason for. I don't think we're ever going to know the reason for. He's probably never going to tell us. Probably going to blame it on Dan Sobel or that Christopher Leon kid. I don't know. It's just stupid like that. But you know, that's how it is with him, I guess. I suppose I'll just end this off with another community post of his that I found, which I figured I'd destroy your eyes with by letting you view. Did you like that? I didn't, and I know you probably didn't either. Now, originally, this was going to be where the outro played, you know, the typical, you know, have a nice day, thanks for watching, but while I was sitting on this video, I decided, you know what, there's some wacky things going on since I finished editing that I think I just need to go back and put in. So, here's a little TLDR as of February 5th, 2025. The first thing I'll bring up is the fact that despite the things that I've told him to do, you know, to just ignore the people in the physical media community, which he claims to not be a part of, he has recently celebrated the banning of Dan Sobel, which, I mean, in and of itself, you know, good thing he's off the platform. That dude is disgusting. But at the same time, I did tell you that you would probably be a lot more happier if you would ignore that side of the internet, which you claim is not your community. And to top it all off, you proceeded to order $30 worth of Sonic and quote-unquote eat it in front of Dan's face. I know you don't like it when I say this, but you are a grown-ass man. Like, and also not to mention the fact that buying $30 worth of Sonic, of all things, is crazy as fuck. I mean, me personally, it's kind of mid. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Kind of gross, but I mean, if that's the choice you want to make, I mean, you do you, buddy. And to top things off, we got this amazing post that was pretty much the reason I decided to add this little TLDR to the end of the video, and I think I'll just show it right here. What the fuck does this even mean? I'm tired of the African-American fights in the streets and the constant honking. Okay, the honking is one thing, but listen, buddy, why did you have to emphasize that it was African-American fighting? Why did you have to do that? Why did you emphasize that as a part of the post? Can you explain that to me? Can you like take yourself up to the microphone and, like, while you're at the microphone, just tell us what you meant by this? Like, why did you emphasize that? I'm just saying. But yeah, I think that's going to do it with this episode of Puff's Rants. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that if you did enjoy, hit that like button, leave a comment, sub to the channel if you're not, share it around to your friends and family, but maybe not your grandma. I think this video might give her a heart attack or some shit from just seeing the things we talk about. But just, you know, do the usual, you know, get it out there, let the algorithm see it and touch it and like feel it, you know, just throw it out there for the public to get mauled by the dogs or something like that, you know, the usual. And yeah, I guess until next time, I'll see you all later. Yeah, peace out.
In this next internet rivalry, some rivalries can start by debates, like Hanson and Ethan Klein of H3H3 Podcast.
I'll debate all these people instead of you. I have time. Unfortunately, like I said, it's getting late, so I just want to make one last point before we go, which is that always remember, Hassan, that when people criticize me, I watch it on my stream by myself live, unlike a made coward like yourself, who needs someone to hold your hand, make all the excuses in the world to avoid any single criticism, any response. You, my friend, are a coward, and I am the legend that responded to it live with zero hesitation. But you know why? Because I'm not a liar. I don't have to think about the shit that I say and justify it. You lied. That's why you can't do it, because you'll get caught in those lies.
Our endeavor made you look good, then congratulations. Okay.
You don't think it was good that you don't think that it was a supreme confidence that I responded to it immediately live?
Ethan, it took you 4 months to actually entertain the notion of having a conversation.
I said
with me.
anything you want,
watching
dipshit.
YouTube videos. I don't know why you think that I'm afraid of watching.
You watch 11 hate videos on your channel. 11 hate videos. I've watched 0 about you, Hassan. Do you want to actually discuss who's the coward?
Videos, dumbass! Your community is the hate community. Would you have to watch hate videos or whatever? You are the one who
Hassan,
is doing
just
it.
remember, when criticism comes, I confront it.
Well, thank you for backtracking
when
on
criticism comes to you,
Maybe we should
you
go
hide
through the
from
context puke one more time so we can continue.
If you want to watch
this
it,
conversation later, okay?
If you want, listen,
I'll hold
if
your
you want
hand
to
to all
watch
the
it,
other dumb shit that you said in it. It's not because I'm afraid. It's because you were crying because you.
No, it is definitely because you're
watching.
afraid. Why is it you didn't pull? Why is it you love Ban Empanada, but when he makes a video criticizing you, you say I'm not watching that?
Because I think it's. You want to know why? Because I think it's unproductive to literally
watch criticism of me, you f***ing coward.
Yeah, because
what are you saying?
Presenting yourself and developing an audience that is literally, without even realizing it, because they are only drama obsessed, without realizing it, they're literally positioning themselves to be pro-Israel, to repeat pro-Israel talking points. Yes, that is the only reason why I started talking about you. Because you went on a deplatforming campaign.
Did you not watch Bad Empanada's video about you? You watched all of it?
You did 110 Instagram stories on me, Ethan.
You're
January 31st, 2025.
You're changing the
it was so
24 hours.
You didn't even recognize who you have
You need
become.
to at least admit that it's reciprocal. I am not upset. You make 24 hours of non-stop content, bro. 24 hours in the last 2 months.
On your own personal Instagram
We've talked about each other equally as much, bro.
January 31st, 2025, 110 stories. It was so insane, you didn't believe it. You don't even believe your own mania.
Hassan,
please, for the love of God.
Hassan, you talked about me 24 minutes a day, every day, 7 days a week for 60 days.
Yes,
does that sound fucking reasonable?
You presented yourself as a significant force trying to literally deplatform pro-Palestinian voices.
How much time do you think it makes an Instagram story?
That's why. And that's you literally, your own.
Why didn't you watch a Bad Empanada video about yourself?
Your own producers were begging you to stop talking about me. So much so that you had to set up a separate war room where you only talked about me.
What?
And that's what happened, right? Because you couldn't shut up about it.
It's not a separate war room.
Ethan, we get it. He sucks.
My fans are fine, bro. Don't worry about my fans.
The entire time you frame this as though it's petty drama at a time when the Trump administration, when the Trump administration is blackbagging people.
Yeah, that's bad happening. Don't call me out.
How do you not understand?
That's bad happening. Don't call me out. That's what you're doing.
Dude, how do you not understand?
Why didn't you watch the Bad Empanada video?
You are playing a formative role when you don't talk about Mahmoud Khalil. You're
Just
playing
remember,
a formative
everybody
role
watching.
when you don't talk about the mass starvation of Gazans.
By the way, I advocated for Kamala to get elected. What'd you do? I told people to vote for Kamala. What'd you do? No, seriously. What'd you do? Did you? Do you think Kamala and Trump would have been equally bad?
I won't change anything from Joe Biden's policies, Harris.
It's not Joe Biden. It's Kamala Harris.
I go to the DNC, but I actually offered some pretty valuable criticism of the Democratic Party that they didn't listen to, unfortunately.
Didn't they kick you out of the DNC?
That valuable criticism, they lost. Why have you lied about me voting for Jill Stein, by the way? Can we talk about that?
Who did you? No,
who saying I voted for Jill Stein? I have
who did you vote for?
Countless hours shitting on Jill Stein. I've told people
I
not to vote for Trump. I've said that Donald Trump is significantly worse than Kamala Harris. And I've also, on top of that, called Jill Stein a grifter over and over and over again. But for some weird reason, despite the fact that I voted live, mind you, you kept lying
didn't say who for.
And you kept lying to your audience, and you kept making it seem as though I didn't even vote, or I urged people not to vote. There's never been a moment where I said do not vote.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Kamala Harris. You got a problem?
No, I got no problem, but I think there's people in your audience that would.
You don't have a problem with that.
Why didn't you endorse her then?
You saying I voted for Jill Stein, huh?
I said I think because you didn't say who you voted for.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
it's
you
an opinion.
think? Oh, you don't give a dude. It doesn't matter who I vote for anyway. You're out of your mind. I did not endorse Kamala Harris, and I will never endorse Kamala Harris.
But you
and
voted
I did
for her.
not endorse Joe Biden.
And now Trump's president.
Why? Because you want to know why?
Trump's building the Riviera in Gaza Strip, and guess what? You're love that shit because you get to keep making content about it, and you get to keep making videos, and you guarantee.
It's mostly you, Ethan. How much content have you made about Donald Trump? How much content have you made about Donald Trump? You literally defended his terrorist regime. What the are you talking about? And then you have to apologize because you're an embarrassing figure. Okay? Listen to me. Listen to me. It is embarrassing that you have tried to make a foray into politics. All of the producers or all the people that are giving you talking points is not going to make you come across as smart in this process. Please, for your own mental sanity, stop trying to do this. You are basically brain-breaking a shit ton of people into idiotic positions. You clearly don't care about people who have actually voted for Donald Trump, considering your allegiance with people who have literally directly voted for Donald Trump. Okay? What do you mean? You have Trump supporters that you're friends with, like Steiny in general. When I have a conversation with him, I'm actually direct and addressing some of the shit that he's saying, like the Nelk boys and whatnot.
Our entire conversation was me arguing with him and telling him why Trump's bad and why transphobia is bad.
You're going out, you're playing poker with people who voted for Donald Trump. You're defending Asmongold and saying Asmongold is not actually Trump-coded, okay? You're doing all this because they don't. Asmongold has been a valuable figure shitting on me this entire time, and that's the only reason why you act like he's not that significant of a force. That's it. You will take help from anyone and everyone, no matter what their background is, because you don't give a. All you care about is petty drama. This is your only content. Stop doing petty drama content, shut the fuck up about politics, and get back to goofs and gaffes. And it will be fine. People will forget that you have behaved in this way. But you don't want to do that. It's become a personal agenda for you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you have to be babied by goddamn producers as a 40-year-old adult. That's the reason why people don't like it. That's it.
Very good. Very good. Now, why don't you watch Van Empanadas videos about you?
Because
he was criticizing you. Oh, you're such a coward, Hassan. It's unbelievable. All right, very good. I'm out of my depth. I shouldn't talk about.
And if you were pro-Palestine, I would never talk about you either. That's the real reason. Come on. Enough. You have Avishlam on the show. Talk to him about it, okay? Maybe it'll go down exactly like you thought with Sam Cedar.
How did it go with Sam Cedar? I think if anything, Sam kind of embarrassed himself. I genuinely do. I hate to say it because I like Sam.
40-year-old man
but like he
button when he has like a little oops.
Did I button?
Is
did I button?
The one who's talking about Sam Cedar embarrassing himself.
Did I button during that debate?
He lowered himself to talk to you man to man and try to.
That's what you wanted. That's what you asked for. Why would you want to lower his status? Why did you lower his status?
Convinced. I didn't realize you were this drama obsessed.
All right, listen, it's 5 o'clock. Like I said, I have a family to go to. I have 3 kids and a wife, and I know that you have a fucking cool-ass race car bed to sleep in, and I hope you enjoy that.
Okay, man. Thank you. Have a good one. I hope this was productive. Dan, he needs you more than you need him. Stop babying this man, please. He needs you more than you need him. Stop babying him.
Well, I know that's true, but I don't baby him.
Come on. Okay. All right.
You want to target the crew more?
I'm not
you want to drum up harassment?
He's not targeting anything. It's fine.
I have
it's
a
fine.
tremendous amount of respect for the crew.
Please stop being a coward and just watch some criticism. It will prove that you are not afraid.
This was pretty productive. You know, having this conversation, having this back and forth. Don't you think?
I actually do. I I think you exposed yourself deeply a few times here, and I think we'll have to wait and see, obviously, how this pans out.
Maybe I will watch the Context Puke.
Yes, please, and then we can talk about it if you want.
Live, as a matter of fact.
Yes, please do.
Way. I like that this is what it's come to, where having a face-to-face conversation is less is somehow
it's not less
fucking is more cowardly than like actually watching a YouTube video that you made. No, dude.
It is because
what's cowardly is you fucking constantly crying and refusing to actually look for context and putting together putting together shit that you saw on fucking subreddits to be like, this is my argument.
Please just watch it and tear it up and show how out of context it was. I love that.
Maybe I'll actually do that to fundraise for the charities that you are actively targeting by trying to undermine and celebrate with Creator Clash 3, which is
I don't know if you know this, but the last year they lost $250,000. To be charitable, you actually have to give money to charity, Hassan.
Everybody that has even lightly fucking criticized you or stayed out.
Are you surprised that I didn't like Ian's video?
No,
dude. If you want to own me, listen, Hassan. If you want to own me by donating to charity, I think that's fantastic.
Fucking charity event is actually like you're trying to undermine a charity event deliberately.
You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
God, that's so gross, man. Okay.
I mean, what happened last year? How much money did they make? Did they do charity last year?
I don't know.
They lost $250,000.
Will you debate me again, Ethan, if you keep chirping in the future?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
but if you, I think it would be good if you watch the content puke.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do
puke,
that.
And then we can discuss it.
Maybe I'll do that. The fundraise for Creator Clash.
Yes, I think it's awesome. If you want to own me by donating to charity, I think that's sick as fuck.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. You know, donate to profiles and charities. That's what some fucking own.
Let's own each other. Donate to charity.
All right. Bye, Ethan.
I know you guys hate each other, but the views were crazy.
It was? How many? I never looked.
Think about it.
What was the views at? I never looked.
This next internet rivalry just happened actually just recently. This one in particular is the Perfect Citizen, where he tried to meet face-to-face with Dark Warrior, which is also another YouTuber on the platform. However, there's one rule in internet rivalries is what you should never do. Dox someone. Our story begins with the Perfect Citizen, a rising documentarian on YouTube who's rising in the ranks in the physical media community. It would start off in a YouTube post by the Perfect Citizen on his community tab, where apparently a YouTuber called Dark Warrior tried to dox him on his Discord server. But however, it wouldn't end here. The Perfect Citizen would go on to meet with his twin brother and try to confront Dark Warrior face to face, but however, it didn't go too well. However, the live stream is taken down and is also lost. Basically what happened is he got pizza bombed and basically got trolled by him, but still, it doesn't end right here. When he least expected it, Dark Warrior decided to show up, basically trying to hit him with his car. The people on the live stream could only react in horror that Dark Warrior gone way too far over the line. However, the Perfect Citizen managed to make it out unscathed, but however, he made a post saying that he's okay.